Hello, this is Angela here from Soul Tarot. Welcome to your weekly energy reading for the 14th to the 20th of September 2020. This week I'm going to talk about what's happening in the skies. We've got a Virgo new moon on September 17th, so I'm going to talk a bit about that, as well as what the energy flavour is of the week ahead and what to expect. And this is all related to the cards that I have selected for you guys this week and the messages being channeled for the week ahead, with that also the astrology themes underneath that we're coping with. So first up, I just want to say a big thanks for watching me on Soul Tarot with Angela on YouTube, and keep on liking. I love it when you subscribe to the channel, and also thank you for selecting your card on Soul Tarot with Angela on Facebook. So the week ahead is going to be interesting. We've got a Virgo new moon, as I mentioned, on the 17th of September. This is actually a lineup of 3 super moons coming up over the next few months, because we've got a total solar new moon eclipse coming in December, which is going to open up a huge portal and new beginnings. So this is the beginning of that stage or that period coming up. So we're going to have be shifting into different paradigm. You know, we've had a lot of instability this year. We've had a lot of transformation. We've had a lot of things breaking down. So this is finally paving the way for something a little bit more expanded, a little bit more like we can actually see through the mud. You know, like we've been swimming through mud and we can't really see what's out the other side. So we've been doing that for a little while. So I feel like that mud is clearing. I read somewhere online on a website called foreverconscious.com that there is a little bit of a kind of like there's a moon aligning to the lunar nodes. So this is meaning that there's going to be heightened energy to the moon and what we feel around the new moon, you know, similar to what we might feel at a full moon, where things are amplified. So it's suggesting that we could feel a little bit wobbly, and this is just the beginning of all those super moons that we're going to be experiencing over the next few months. So I think that you know, that instability, maybe we won't notice it because we're so used to it. So just remember what I mentioned last week about the Mars in retrograde. You know, just being careful not to react to other people's stuff, and try and just stay in your own gracefulness. You know, that's easier said than done. Sometimes when we're tired, when we're frustrated, we've got our own things on our mind. We can certainly just kind of snap ourselves. So just be aware of that retrograde energy. Now, for the week ahead, energetically wise, what I'm picking up on is that we are finally starting to feel a bit better about ourselves, a little bit more balanced about ourselves. What's going to be really important is to continue to focus on your stability, your energy. You know, this is very much, this year has been about being interdependent of everything else that's been going on around us. You know, so not getting, again, what I was saying before with the Mars in retrograde, it's a perfect example, not getting sucked into all the stuff that's happening around us. You know, so staying in that light, staying in that vision of what you're really looking for. Now that it might have felt quite, and excuse me for using this word, bipolar at times, you know, where there's the energy of everything sort of, you know, feeling high and very low. But I feel like there's more sort of stability coming through, and there is actually, you've got to start seeing growth. In Australia, we've got spring, and that's always much more positive. I think people think more positive, they get outside more, they get more energized. But I do feel there's going to be some quick, it feels like some quick wins, some little things that give you a sudden feeling like, yeah, this can actually work. I'm actually now starting to manifest physically, because it feels to me like a lot of things have been going on in people's minds about what they really want to do, but they haven't been able to actually manifest it. It's a little bit like that feeling of vision boards being completely redundant this year, because we're, you know, it's like, okay, well, if you were wanting to meet a new partner, how would you then go about doing that? And it's not that it's impossible, but it might look a bit more challenging because the places that you would normally go to meet people are, have a lot of restrictions around it. So you might start seeing things actually start develop and grow, and little hints, little seeds starting to sprout. And I just feel like that's the beginning, and that's where we're headed. Things are sort of starting to calm. In terms of the COVID and the way that we've had to live, I think that we are trying to embrace it more and accept it. There's more, okay, well, this is what life is right now, and it's almost like I'm adjusting and I'm getting better at adjusting, and better and better and better. So, and it's not about, completely embracing all the fear. It's just embracing what you can't control, because there's a lot of ego death going on right now. All right, I hope that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is talk about the cards for each person who picked card 1. We've got a card that says open up. Now, this is you opening up your energy to receive. You may have withdrawn for a while. That could totally make sense. That could be to a loved one. It could be to, your friends. But it's because of past disappointments that have prevented you from being really receptive. So this is really very natural response if you want to prevent any hurt or any pain. But if you're going to block your energy, this can restrict the free flow of that. So, your deepest desires, you might miss out. You might feel like, you could be missing out on an opportunity. So it's opening up. Even if you have been hurt in the past, just remember that the past is the past. And the only way to move forward is to fully just let that go and think about the future, or think about the present moment. Okay? Don't try and project that past into the future thinking I'm going to get hurt, or this could lead to disappointment because I've had it before. So you might want to check with your spirit guides, your angels, get some affirmations just to help you open up your heart chakra, get in touch with that heart gland and see what's in there. Is it locked up? Have you got like, is it a padlock? Is it something that you have sort of put a cage around, just to protect it? Just be really mindful of what you have around your heart. So this is really going to help you open up your energy field if you decide, because this is a conscious decision that you decide that you're going to receive. And if you control, then that is going to block. So just unconditionally love yourself and say, okay, I have felt that way, but I no longer want to feel this way. I think there's some of you that thinking, oh, I really do want to open up more. I really am sick of being a hermit. I feel like I don't want to be trapped in this feeling of not feeling connected to people. So this is where this can also come from. So this is a really great opportunity for your relationships to start thriving. All right, so that was a nice long message there for the open up, and I really do love that card because it is really applicable right now. Success and growth. So this is a card of manifestation. So you're going to move forward in a very successful and positive way when this one shows up. This can happen quite quickly actually as well. So stay in your heart. This could be related to business, but this is also to do with relationships. This is the Heart Tarot. But, don't be surprised if it is something like a new business venture or something you've been waiting on, that this can also pop into. So relationship issues, if they've been frustrated because people aren't really communicating, or, they've been quiet, they've been blocked themselves, right? And that means that there's been this real distance. If that rough patch, I feel, is going to start smoothing out a little bit more. So, so be aware of that too. Give that the opportunity to thrive again. This is a great card to get for personal growth as well. So if you're wanting to read books about your spiritual path, or even connect to nature, inner child work is really good. I know that's around quite a bit at the moment. So, connect with your inner child. There's some excellent meditations on YouTube. If you want to shout out to me, I can give you a recommendation. This can really bring in beliefs about love, if you're doing that inner child work. So be very mindful. This can really assist you in moving forward. The painful ways of being are going to come to an end as well. If you've been holding on to a certain way of living that isn't working, and you want to live a different life, you want to live a different energy, this is when you're going to start receiving more growth this week. So it's an excellent card to receive for personal growth, for relationships, and even business ventures. So it's very good. But just be aware of anything that is holding you back, and see if you can find out anything on videos online. Also, I can do a Reiki healing as well, so you can always get in touch. I'm Reiki Master trained. Right, so joy and stability. This is really bringing a lot of joyful energy. So if you've been feeling quite flat, it's time to spend time out with loved ones, even in nature, or even with a special group that you love to spend time with. Like a special interest group. Connecting with the ocean is excellent too. So go, find reasons to be with others. Like next week, I just decided I'm going to take my boys who are grown up for a bike ride in a local park. We're going to go on a 10K bike ride. That's easy enough because it's beautiful weather now. But it's really starting to sort of force yourself to get out. If you have been in that hermit, there's a lot of hermit. I'm still feeling a lot of hermit energy. I think we're still a bit stuck, but I feel like that's coming out a bit more. We're coming out of our shells a lot more. So, connecting with nature, bike ride's great, you're exercising and you're getting out with nature. So that's going to really help you get into a high vibration. So rejuvenate your relationships, rejuvenate yourself by nurturing and doing those activities. And this is really going to open your heart up to others, because I feel like there's this open-heartedness coming in too. This feeling of I'm really, really tired of being in my mind, of having anxiety, and I really want to open my heart and I really want to feel joy again. So this is after a period of a long reflection. This is really what the energy is saying. So share yourself with communication much more openly as well, so you can feel that warmth and that stability in your relationships, because that is going to get reflected back to you. So yeah, for this week ahead, we've definitely got very positive cards, all suggesting that we're moving out of being feeling like we're sort of living a minimalist life. Now, not that there's anything really wrong with that. There's, a lot of people like to live minimalistically or minimally. They really, that is their choice. But it also feels like when I say that word, it's, we've had a lot of restrictions. And that's kind of put restrictions in our mind, restrictions in our heart, restrictions in our energy. So this week is really about embracing that openness that you're feeling in your heart. So just do everything that you can to connect yourself to yourself. Be really aware of your body. And if you need to meditate, at the moment I'm meditating over an hour a day, and sometimes more, because I'm really feeling the need to do that work a lot more, because monkey mind, picking up on other people's energy. If you're sensitive like me, that is something that is really important to get you back to your own body. So just be conscious, moment to moment. Even set an alarm on your phone. Every hour you spend 5 minutes just opening your heart or being mindful. So this is something that you could adopt, and really it can really raise your energy up. So I hope this reading has helped this week. If you just be reminded, this is a general reading, so if you wanted anything that was more specific to your situation, please reach out to me to book a reading. So yeah, I'd love your feedback. Give a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, and have a wonderful week ahead. Bye for now.